दर्पण में दिल के देखा, तुझे मीत मुस्कुराते, किस्मत की लकीरों को बुलंदी पर ले जाते। ओ मेरे मीठे बाबा, ओ मेरे प्यारे बाबा, ओ मेरे प्यारे बाबा। दर्पण में दिल के देखा, तुझे मीत मुस्कुराते। दिल से कहा था मैंने, एक तुम ही तो मेरे, तुम साथ में सदा हो। क्या सांझ क्या सवेरे, क्या सांझ क्या सवेरे, अपना कहा है मुझको, अपने गले लगाते। दर्पण में दिल के देखा, तुझे मीत मुस्कुराते। आंगन में मन के मेरे, तारों ने डेरा डाला, राहों में जिंदगी के फैला हुआ उजाला, फैला हुआ उजाला। तकदीर की तस्वीर को किरणों से सजाते। दर्पण में दिल के देखा, तुझे मीत मुस्कुराते।
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Today is 23rd December 2022, and the original date of the Murli is 5th March 1971. So these are Baba's elevated versions towards a group of mothers who have especially come to Madhuban for a bhatti. And so Baba says that mothers are the innocent ones, right? And that is why Baba has given some very deep teachings in this Murli in a very simple way, Like Baba says that something very easy for the mothers is to look into the mirror again and again and check if your makeup is okay. So Baba is also giving everyone a gift of a mirror to keep checking yourself in that mirror whether you're spiritually okay. So Baba has given the same task, and as I said, some deep teachings in a very simple way. So Baba will give many two words like, remember these two things, remember these two things. And then towards the end, Baba summarizes and gives the essence of all his teachings in just 3 words. And Baba said, if you do this, you will become perfect. So we'll see in the Murli what are those 3 words. And one very unique title Baba is giving us in today's Murli. Baba says that Baba's praise is Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And so Baba said that you children also become master Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So let's see what Baba says. The essence of the Murli is the unique stamp of the bhatti. Today, Bab Dada is seeing two things on each one's forehead. What are they? One is the fortune and the other is the suhag. Suhag means the symbol of marriage, which is not being widowed. Baba is seeing both these things, fortune and suhag. Having come to this bhatti, are you able to see and recognize your fortune and the symbol of your marriage very clearly? Are you able to see the star of fortune shining on your forehead? You received in the bhatti the mirror through which you are able to see your fortune and the symbol of your marriage, that is the suhag. To come into the bhatti means to attain two things. What are these two things? So firstly, Baba said that Baba is seeing seeing these two things in everyone's forehead, which is fortune and suhag. And then Baba is saying that Baba has given two things in this bhatti. So what are these two things? Today Baba has come to meet those who are in a bhatti. So Baba will give them their paper. What are the two main things that you receive? Each one gave a different answer. What each of you spoke of was very good, because if the mothers are able to relate even this much, they can do a lot of service. So you have received these two main things in the bhatti, and you must take them back with you when you return home. So which two things Baba is saying? Firstly, you have received the mirror to be able to see yourself. Secondly, you have received yoga, that is the orb of remembrance. So two things Baba is saying. One is the mirror of knowledge, right? Mirror of knowledge, mirror of understanding. And the second thing Baba says is that of the orb of yoga, that is the orb of remembrance, the orb of light. What globe will be placed in the hands of those who constantly keep the orb of light in their hands, which is also shown in a picture as the memorial of all of you? So you all can make out what picture Baba is remembering. Yeah, it is Sri Krishna's picture, right? It is shown that he is holding the globe of the world. So Baba said, it is shown in a picture as the memorial of all of you. In the picture of Krishna, he is shown holding the globe of the world. Is he not? No? Globe of the heavenly world, right? So the orb of light means that you must constantly remain in the image of light. Orb of light means constantly remain in the image of light, body of light, form of light. By becoming an orb of light, you will be able to claim the globe of the kingdom of the world. So you are now orbs of light, and in the future you will have the globe of the kingdom. So in Hindi, Baba is saying, Yad ka gola. So if you now hold this in your hands, Yad ka gola, then Baba says you will hold the Vishwa ka gola, globe of the world. So firstly, you receive the mirror in this bhatti, and secondly, you receive the gift of the orb of light in order to make your pilgrimage of remembrance constantly elevated. You must take both these gifts back home with you. So two gifts are the mirror, and second is yoga, the orb of light. You must not leave them behind here. If you take both these gifts back with you and constantly keep them with you, what will you become? if you keep these two gifts constantly with you, which means if you use these two gifts, gift of looking into the mirror of knowledge and then being an embodiment of yoga, or being in the orb of light, as Baba said, then Baba is asking, what will you become? You have composed a song in praise of the Father, Satyam Shivam Sundaram, which means Shiva, the truth, Shiva, the benefactor and the beautiful one. In the same way, all of you will also become Master Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And through this mirror, you will be able to have a vision of truth and real beauty. So you say how Baba is carrying us forward. Like Baba said, when you come in the bhatti, you receive the gift of two things, that is the mirror and yoga. And when you use this, or when you keep these gifts constantly with you, then you become Master Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And when you become this form, then Baba said that you are able to become a vision of truth and real beauty. So have you made your image like that? This is why you have come to this bhatti, is it not? Have you surrendered your Lokik awareness in this bhatti? Due to the influence of a Lokik attitude or vision and the awareness of Lokik relations and Lokik codes of conduct and the Lokik customs and systems, you will not forget your alokik love and alokik systems. Will you? So once you go back to your Lokik place, Baba is asking that will you forget this alokik system? Have you firmly stamped yourself with alokik love and the alokik customs and systems? Have you stamped yourself with this so firmly that no matter how much someone tries to erase it, it cannot be erased? So the stamp has to be so firm that Baba is saying that no matter how much ever if anyone tries to erase it, it cannot be erased. Those who have stamped themselves so firmly, raise your hands. Be careful. You will receive a very difficult paper from the Lokik customs and systems. Baba always says this, no? When you raise your hand, Maya is also watching you. So Maya will bring a test paper in front of you. So Baba is saying, be careful, you will receive a difficult paper from the Lokik customs and systems. Some of you have not raised your hands. Perhaps you're thinking of maintaining your own safety. However, your safety lies in maintaining your courage, and you will receive help to the extent you maintain courage, right? To the extent you maintain courage, to that extent you will receive Baba's help. If you have doubts in your intellect beforehand, you will definitely be defeated. Why do you have some doubt in yourself that perhaps you will fail? I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it or not. So these kind of thoughts, Baba is saying, why do you create such doubt in yourself that you will fail? Why don't you think that you will definitely gain victory? You are victorious jewels, are you not? So this is another title Baba is giving us, that you are victorious jewels. So you must never create doubts in yourself when making effort. When you have doubts in your intellect, you become defeated. Right? Doubtful intellect is defeated. So Baba says, no, never create any doubt in yourself while making efforts. Your own doubtful thoughts do not allow you to become a conqueror of Maya. So in the beginning itself, if you create such weak thoughts, I won't be able to do, I don't know what will happen, how to do. So Baba says when you create such doubtful thoughts, then you're not able to conquer Maya, then you're defeated. Acha, the majority are victorious jewels. You're going from here having applied the tilak of victory on yourself. Are you not? So in the beginning of the Murli, Baba said two meanings of tilak in a way. One was fortune and the second one was suhag. And now Baba says that is the third one, the tilak of victory. Always take every step with the awareness that victory is your birthright. So instead of creating doubts, Baba says, create this thought, have this awareness that I am a victorious jewel and victory is my birthright. By performing actions whilst having that right, you will definitely receive the right to victory. That is the right to success. There is no need to create any other thought. Not even in your dreams should you question whether you will gain victory or not. The words, I don't know, should not emerge from the lips of those who are master knowledgeful. So Baba says, when you master knowledgeful, full of knowledge, then you cannot say for anything that I don't know. Once in Baba said, no, in Hindi, pata nahi kahenge to pata kat ho jayega, which means you'll be defeated by Maya. So Baba says these words should not emerge from your lips. Since you know the three aspects of time, that is the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world, since you have become master knowledgeful, these words, I don't know, cannot emerge from the lips of such souls who are master knowledgeful. So this is again another title Baba is giving, that you are master knowledgeful. So you cannot say, I don't know how to do. So Baba is saying that these words cannot emerge from master knowledgeful souls. Such souls know everything. That is the language of those who do not have knowledge, not of those who are knowledgeable. So to say this, I don't know, Baba is saying that this is the language of souls who don't have knowledge. Even if you do make a mistake, knowledge makes you aware that you are performing a wrong action, right? Because of having this understanding, you realize, no, if you're making any mistake. So Baba says, even if you make a mistake, you understand, you are aware that you're performing a wrong action. You are aware of it, are you not? To say, I don't know whether this will happen or not, is not the language of Brahmins. I don't know whether this will happen or not, is not the language of Brahmins. So stamp yourself with this firmly before you go from this bhatti, so that it remains firm for 21 births, so that it remains imperishable. So have all of you taken both gifts of the bhatti with you? So what are the two gifts you remember? Two gifts. One, Baba said mirror to check yourself. And the second one, Baba said the orb of remembrance, that is yoga. So Baba is asking whether when you return, will you keep these gifts with you? Now, what will you do when you return from the bhatti? You have come to the bhatti to transform yourselves. So the more transformation each one can bring about in the self, the more transformation you can bring about in others. So this is something very important that Baba is saying. You try to transform others, but transformation of others in a way depends on your transformation. So Baba says, to the extent you transform yourself, to that extent you will be able to transform others. So the more transformation each one can bring about in the self, the more transformation you can bring about in others. Whilst engaged in service, if you see that there is little transformation, then check in the mirror you are taking back with you. Do I have that much power to transform myself? While in seva, if you see that that much transformation is not happening as much you want, Then Baba said you need to just take a step back and look at yourself in the mirror, whether you have done that much transformation or not in yourself. If you lack power in transforming yourself, you will only be able to bring about that much transformation in others. So remember two things. Now again, two things Baba is giving. So first two things Baba said, the sparkling star of fortune and Suhag on the forehead. Secondly, two things Baba said, the two gifts you receive in the bhatti, the gift of mirror and yoga. And now Baba is asking us that remember two things. Firstly, you have to bring about transformation in every aspect. So transformation in the self first. You have to change everything from the lokik into the alokik. So first thing Baba is saying, transform every aspect from lokik into alokik. Brahma Baba was an example of this, right? If you listen to Baba's stories, Baba would relate every physical thing to spiritual things, to the points of knowledge. For example, when they would play badminton, Baba would say, you share a point of knowledge, I will share a point of knowledge, right? So like this, Baba is saying you need to transform everything lokik into alokik. Secondly, you have to create strength yourself. So Baba is saying, remember these two things when you go back, that transform everything lokik into alokik. And secondly, make yourself strong. In Hindi, Baba is using this word, paripakva. अपने अंदर परिपक्वता लाना है या मजबूत बनना है. So Baba is saying, create strength in yourself. If there isn't that strength, then that too will prevent success. If there's no strength, then no success. So you have to bring about transformation, and you also have to bring about that strength in yourself. You have to remember these two main things whilst living in a household and carrying out your task. If you remember both these things, then faith brings victory. Right? Nishchay buddhi vijayanti. So where there is faith, there's victory. Where there is doubt, there's defeat. So Baba is saying that when you have this faith, when you keep these two things with you while carrying out your task, one is transformation from lokik into alokik, and second is creating your stage of strength. Then Baba says, faith will bring you victory. Baba told you something easy, did he not? Mothers need something easy, right? In any case, mothers always look in the mirror to check their makeup. So Bap Dada also gives you that same task. So Baba is asking that, just keep looking in the mirror of knowledge, mirror of understanding, and keep checking yourself whether everything is okay. Your state of mind, your stage, is it okay? So this bhatti is the unlimited bhatti of Madhuban. So continue in your household considering it to be the model of this unlimited bhatti of Madhuban. A model is something always small. So just as you are going from this bhatti, in the same way, make your household a model of this. And then what will happen is that you will be able to continue with the things of the bhatti, the dharana you had in the bhatti, and the timetable of the bhatti. So Baba is saying that when you go back to your household, create the atmosphere of your household just as it is in Madhuban. So then you will be able to carry out the same routine as you follow in Madhuban. You can do the same at your place. Therefore, when you go into your household, keep your attitude the same as it was whilst you were in the bhatti. Do not change your attitude. Just as you have an elevated attitude when you are in this bhatti, in the same way, you must keep an elevated attitude in your household. If you change your attitude then the circumstances of the household will make your stage fluctuate, right? If you change your attitude, then Baba says the circumstances will begin to influence you. However, if you keep your attitude elevated, then the many circumstances you have to face in your household will not be able to make your stage fluctuate. Do you understand? So Baba is asking, do you understand? Hmm? Right? You all must have experienced this when you go to Madhuban. What kind of stage is there, and what is your attitude there? So Baba says you have such an elevated attitude here. You just need to maintain this elevated attitude at your service place as well. Then these circumstances which comes will not influence or fluctuate your stage. Carry your elevated attitude back with you and then see how victory is guaranteed. Everyone has greater love for the mothers because they have tolerated a lot of sorrow. This is why the mothers called out a great deal. So, because they have tolerated a lot of sorrow and because they have tolerated a lot of beating and they are tired, Baba massages their feet with love. Hmm? So, Baba is telling the mothers that Baba massages your feet when you feel tired. So, Baba massages with love. There is the praise of the fact that the feet of the mothers were massaged, not physically, but the feet of the mothers are especially being massaged with love. I remember once I heard one yagya story that some mothers went to Madhuban, a group of sisters went to Madhuban, they were from Pune, and something happened on the way. The railway was not working and they had to get down at quite a far distance from the station. And the entire group, they all walked up to the hill, to the mountain, to Pandav Bhavan, Madhuban. And then when Baba came to know that these mothers are coming like this, they are coming walking, carrying all the luggage they had. And then Baba was ready with warm water for them. As soon as they reached, they were all full of dust. So Baba took warm water, cleaned their feet, massaged their feet. So Baba did that practically. So there is a memorial of this, right? That Draupadi's feet were massaged. So Baba is saying that mothers have tolerated a lot and Baba massages their feet with love. So Baba says, give them love and courage. Do not just remember the love you have received, but also remember the courage you have been given. Acha, remember the essence of the teachings and the study of the bhatti in 3 words. So as I said in the beginning, Baba is giving the essence in 3 very simple words. What are those 3 words? To break, to mold, and to join. 3 words, todna, modna, jodna. To break, to mold, to join. You have learned how to break the karmic bondages, have you not? So to break the karmic bondages. Then secondly, Baba says, you have also learned how to mold your sanskars and your nature. So to mold your sanskars, to mold your nature. And thirdly, Baba said, you have also learned how to join, to link together. So to connect with one Baba. So todna, modna, jodna, karmic, to break the karmic bondages, to mold your sanskars, to mold your nature, and to join, to connect, to link with one Baba. So remember these 3 words and always continue. Isn't it easy? So simple, Baba is telling. These are the words which we use so frequently. So Baba has spiritualized these 3 words. So remember these 3 words and always continue to check that you are breaking all other connections, molding yourself, and also connecting yourself to one. Is there anything lacking in any of the three? So Baba is telling us to check, do you lack in any of these three? Then you will quickly become perfect. This group is especially being given the tilak of this awareness. A tilak is a sign of consciousness, right? A tilak is a sign of fortune. A tilak is a sign of suhag. A tilak is a sign of victory. And now Baba says it is the sign of awareness, consciousness. So always keep it in your consciousness that even whilst seeing all the perishable things with those eyes, you should continually see your new relationships and the new world. You should have the consciousness of destruction in relation to whatever perishable things you're seeing with those eyes. So Baba is saying that constantly maintain this awareness. Whatever you see with these eyes, you remember that this is perishable. This group is being given the tilak of this consciousness. Then you will not be defeated in any aspect because you will be aware that those things are perishable. Therefore, in order to make yourself victorious, you must apply the tilak of consciousness at Amrit Vela every day. So Baba is saying, every day at Amrit Vela, apply this tilak of awareness, tilak of victory. Mothers are very innocent, are they not? If these mothers come onto the field, then those other people who consider themselves to be lions today will become goats and bow down at your feet. Here Baba is addressing to the sannyasis. They leave their household and then they give knowledge or practice purity. So Baba is saying those who consider themselves to be lions will become goats in front of you. This is because you are the practical proof of the lifestyle in which they are weak and cowards. Seeing your practical proof, they will be ashamed. So it means that they will become goats, does it not? So mothers can do such elevated service that they can make lions into goats in 1 second. You are such magicians. So Baba says you can create this magic, transform lions into goats. And people considered mothers as goats. So Baba says you transform yourself into a lioness. Through magic, you make lions into goats and goats into lions. You mothers can show such magic. You must simply become lionesses and then they will become goats. So this battle of religion that has been portrayed at the end, Mahabharata Yuddha, will make the sound spread. When the lions become goats through your service, their followers would follow them anyway. If you just make one lion into a goat, many other lions would also be caught in the net. This is why the mothers should remain ready for such elevated service. Would they be able to stay if such a Shakti army opposes them? You need courage to challenge them. At present, you have to go beyond those papers in a practical way. One is a theoretical paper and the other is a practical paper. You have passed the theoretical paper and you now have to pass the practical paper, right? Practical paper comes when you are on your service field, when you are in your household. So Baba says, now you have to pass the practical paper. When the Shaktis have courage, the Almighty Authority gives help. When the Shaktis have courage, the Almighty Authority gives help. You always remember this, do you not? Now you simply have to give the return of that. You have to give the return of all the effort that you have taken from others, right? But you take so much sustenance and efforts from others when you're in Madhuban. So Baba says, give a return of this. All of you are lionesses. Lionesses are never afraid of anyone. They are fearless. They do not even have the fear, I don't know what is to happen. Right? So this fear of unknown or fear of what is going to happen in future, Baba says you cannot even have this fear. You have to be fearless in this too. Have you become such lionesses? So somebody answered that we will become lion. When? Baba is asking, when will you become? When you came into the bhatti on the first day, because to come to the bhatti means to transform yourself. Do you understand? So you are celebrating the transformation ceremony, are you not? Bap Dada has also come to the transformation ceremony. Today, the final stamp has to be applied. Then you must not forget this transformation. Each of you has to fill yourself with one speciality or another. You must definitely become number one in any one subject. In fact, you should be that in all the subjects, but if you're not able to be that, then you must especially make yourself number one in any one subject, right? So Baba says that you should know everything, but you should be a master in one particular thing, right? One thing should be your specialty. So Baba is saying become number one in one subject at least, so that becomes your specialty. In fact, sorry, have you made a plan for becoming a helper in service when you return from here, as you were told? Then you must definitely remain ready to follow the plan that you have made. Obstacles will come, but when you consider something to be essential, you make arrangements for that, right? Right? When you're in household, when you're in at your workplace, circumstances come or obstacles come, but we make arrangements accordingly, right? So Baba says just as many essential things come in front of you in your household for which you make arrangements, in the same way, you must make some arrangement or other to free yourself. Not that you're constantly working, working, working. No, Baba says you have to create yuktis. You have to make arrangement and make yourself free for at least some time so that you're available for seva. Make someone your companion. Amongst yourselves, one or two members from the divine family can also be cooperative with each other. Like mothers have some responsibilities, no? For example, they have to take care of the children. So Baba says if you have some helpers, some cooperative companions, for some time you can hand over your children to them to take care and then you can go for seva and come back. Like that. So Baba said you have to make arrangements and take help from each other, from the divine family. However, they will only be that when you give love to one another and make them cooperative. You should create plans about how you can lighten your bondages. Right? Any karmic bondage, any household bondage, you have to think how you can lighten those bondages. Many are clever, and so they can create clever methods to become free from their bondages. Do not think that you can only come if arrangements are made. You yourselves have to make the arrangements. You have to make yourself free. Others will not make you free. By becoming Yog Yukt and creating such a plan, you will be able to make the arrangements according to your desire. You must simply have faith in your intellect and increase your enthusiasm. So again, two things Baba is saying, that faith and enthusiasm. When your enthusiasm is lacking, you are not able to make arrangements. You are not able to find any helpers. If you have the enthusiasm that I have to go and do this service, then you will make arrangements to become free from the bondage for some time at least, right? But Baba says if you lack enthusiasm, then you will not find any help also. This is why you must be courageous, and then someone or other will become your helper. Now we will see how much power each of you has filled yourselves with in order to make yourself free. You are conquerors of Maya, but the power to make yourself free is absolutely essential. You will be given a paper to see to what extent you have filled yourself with power. Those who become free and become helpers whilst living in a household will receive a prize. Acha, young ones are equal to the father. All are one, but in order to be able to recognize one another, you speak of Gujaratis, Punjabis, etc. Gujarat will definitely become number one and reveal themselves. Will they not? We shall see who becomes worthy of receiving a prize. Each of you jewels has your own speciality. Some have the speciality of love, others of cooperation, and others of power, and some of being images of divine virtues, and some of knowledge. So each one's speciality is different. You now have to fill yourself with all the virtues. You now have to become full of all virtues, that is 16 celestial degrees full. If you do not become full of all virtues, then you will be 14 degrees. So instead of 16 celestial degrees full, when there are any degrees lacking in the moon, it does not look as beautiful. So beauty is in perfection. The arrow of those who are intense effort makers will always strike the target. You must never be defeated by Maya. You must go from here as an orb of light. So light ka gola bankar jana hai, Baba says. Become an orb of light. Light is knowledge and light is also might. The word try is that of weakness. We'll try. I'll try to do this. Baba said this is weakness. Wherever there is weakness, Maya is ready in advance. Just as any illness quickly affects a weak body, in the same way, simply trying is a weakness in the soul. Right? Any illness will attack a weak body. Likewise, Maya will attack when there is this weakness. There is victory in faith. Whatever consciousness you have throughout the day determines the type of dreams you have. If you have the awareness of being a Shakti throughout the whole day, weakness cannot come to you even in your dreams. Acha. So, what kind of consciousness you have throughout the day, Baba is saying that determines your dreams. So if you have this awareness of being a Shakti throughout the day, then you'll have such dreams. You won't have weakness even in your dreams. Acha. Om Shanti. Let's pause for a minute and then we can churn. Om Shanti. You all can share now. What did you take from today's Murli?
Om Shanti, sister.
Yeah. Om Shanti.
Baba knows how to touch a mother's heart. And he knows how to really pull up their pulse. He did that yesterday and again today. What a beautiful thing. God himself is writing fortune on my head. He's wedded to me by the suhag. And then he tells me to look at the mirror. And then he gives in my hand an orb of light. And what is the main thing I like it? He says, I am Satyam Shivam Sundaram. This is a beautiful praise which we sing about Shiva. He calls me, I am Master Satya Shivam Sundaram. And he's stamping me. And this brings about me, this mystic trinity which Baba has given me, brings upon me a bliss of Sat Chit Anand. I'm stamped, I'm victorious. And Trikaldarshi, I am transformed. Like you said, Paripakwa, I like that word very much. I'm Shiv Shakti. And now what I should do, I want somebody to really take a picture of me, or should I take a selfie? It's such a beautiful visualization, which today Baba has touched this mother's heart. Om Shanti.
Yeah, Om Shanti. Thank you for sharing that. Even I heard this title for the first time. Maybe I've read this Murli before, but I don't remember this title. That I felt it a very unique one. As Baba said, Master Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So the truth, the beauty that Baba has, Baba is installing the same in us as well. Yeah, anyone else would like to share?
Om Shanti. The Baba talks about the orb of light and might. I need to be conscious that not only in the bhatti, while I'm in bhatti in Madhuban, when I play a Lokik role, also I need to maintain this orb of light and maintain this elevated, Baba says, vritti, elevated attitude, which is again by a product of drishti. Drishti has to be elevated. I should, when in Madhuban, it is so easy to, be looking at the soul, everyone as a soul. But while in the household, I need to be careful that I look at that Ruhani Drishti with a Ruhani Drishti, Ruhani vision, spiritual vision, and then have a spiritual attitude of being a Lokik in while playing a role of Lokik. Om Shanti.
Yeah, so the awareness determines your attitude, right? Smriti jaisi hogi वैसी vritti. So Baba, towards the end of the Murli, Baba said that have this tilak of awareness constantly and take this tilak from Baba every day at Amrit Vela. Yeah.
Yes, finally it is the Smriti, sister. Yes, the awareness that I am incarnated soul, and Baba has given me the Swahag, that tilak, while incarnation, and I should never forget that tilak throughout the role which I'm playing on this in this corporeal world.
Mm. Yeah.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti, sister. Yeah, the idea of the Todna, Modna, and Jodna, I love that very much.
Yeah.
Breaking all those old sanskars and old beliefs and transforming myself or inculcating myself into a new sanskars and that line, the practical proof of lifestyle. Yes, that really gives me an idea of transforming the lifestyle, and also the making the household a model of bhakti, model of Madhuban is also touched me. Like I should keep the same timetable or the same rules, customs, and attitudes that we come to know in Madhuban is what touches me.
Yeah. That's important, no? When you
Yeah.
maintain the routine, when you maintain the timetable, then everything is taken care of. Yeah.
Oh, Shanti sister. So Baba also mentioned about you receive help to the extent you show courage. So
Mm.
the Almighty Authority will help us only if we show courage. So I think this works every time when we go out for seva, right? So sometimes we'll be bit neglected, or sometimes we will not have that much courage to go and talk to people and get things done, because outsiders attitude, everything will be different. So so in this line actually help us in building a lot of inner strength, that when we show courage, right, the circumstances also changes. Our so for that, our elevated attitude is we have to change. So that's what I just got this thought of Chandi.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. This line is very beautiful in Hindi, Murli, actually. Baba said, Himmate Shaktiya Madade Sarva Shaktivan. So what Baba said, no, if the Shaktis show courage, the Almighty Authority will help. So it's very nice. Baba says, when you show courage, Baba is there to help you, right? Yeah, anyone else?
Om Shanti Ben. Good
Om
morning to
Shanti.
everyone. Mothers very easily become disheartened, especially when you are in the practical atmosphere of the household. So Baba keep emphasizing on becoming. Remember that you are the victorious soul, and we should never have doubts, even to the extent of it, stop it at our thought level. Not even in our dreams we should have that, because at every step I should have the awareness I have been the victorious one. Victory is my birthright. And who is there helping me? It's only at Sangam Yug we have Baba with us. And quickly, since we are at the tail end, it is the time to quickly settle our accounts. And whatever circumstances we face, bring knowledge in front. 63 births, I have done something. The ball is bouncing back. It's okay. They are souls. See how Baba sees us in the original form. We too see them in that way. Om Shanti Benji. Thank you.
Mm. Yeah. So Baba gave many two things to remember, right? 2 things on the forehead, fortune and suhag. Then 2 things as a gift you receive, Baba said, mirror and yoga, the orb of light. Then Baba said, at your workplace, you remember 2 things. That is, you have to transform everything Lokik into a Lokik and create your strength, create your stage of strength. Then the 4th thing Baba said, when you're making efforts to break bondages or to make yourself free from the bondages and make yourself available for service, then Baba said you will receive help when you have 2 things, faith and enthusiasm, right? And then lastly, Baba said that essence of all the teachings is in 3 words. That is to break your karmic bondages, worldly connections. Second is to mold your sanskars and your nature. And third is to join, to link with one Baba. Right? So Baba did ask, isn't this easy? So this is easy to do, right? So throughout the day, we can maintain this awareness that the tilak of awareness is given by Baba. So the tilak of awareness is there. Then the tilak of fortune, tilak of suhag, tilak of victory is shining on my forehead. And constantly stay protected in the orb of light, orb of Baba's remembrance. Yeah. Okay, shall we remember Baba? You want to share anything?
Baba said that Baba massages mother's feet with love.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, in a subtle manner, I think it's about the intellect, because the feet of intellect gets divided into various kind of roles which mothers play. So that intellect, Baba has come to basically massage the intellect with love, so that the intellect again rejoins with the supreme, and the soul gets powerful. Is this the correct interpretation in a subtle manner?
Yeah,
Om
when you remember Baba, you experience so much love from Baba, no? So that automatically takes away the feeling of tiredness or being a victim kind of. But Baba makes you feel so special, so loved. Mm. So that is Baba's massage.
Yeah.
But the first step is you remember him. No? That's what Baba said. When you take a step of courage, Baba help. So when you remember him, you experience his love, you experience his power. That is Baba's massage.
And what I meant was from Amrit Vela till the night, the soul plays various roles.
Yeah,
The intellect gets divided into those kind of roles. If we are not very careful, then intellect gets detached from Baba and gets
mm,
involved in some kind of role which I'm playing. So end of the day, intellect gets tired, and Baba gives gives a lot of love again to give the power in the soul. The intellect is massaged. The buddhi yoga again he establishes. I mean, some kind of that also takeaway we can take from this example.
yeah,
It's about male or female. It's about the soul. I think about the quality of mother. When Baba says mother, it is the
yeah.
quality of
In
the
this
soul.
context, Baba said
Yeah.
because mothers were, I mean, that was the time when mothers were really degraded, kind of, and they had to tolerate so much. And then Baba comes and uplifts mothers, no? And Baba has given this knowledge in such a simple and easy way because it is easy for mothers to do. That is why. So, in this context, Baba said, because Baba said you were tired throughout these many births, and now Baba makes everything easy for you. Now you don't need to make efforts. You've done a lot. Mm. So, yes, it's about the soul, it's for everyone.
Oh, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you.
So, Seven, I have heard the story which you said in Madhuban,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
know I used to emotionally speak to Baba. Baba, please, I'm very tired. Why don't you come down and massage my hip? It's paining and all. I like, and I used to love the story. And I also love that last
I've heard from Janki
thing
that.
which you said, the praise. I feel as if we are a Shakti, and
Mm,
Baba is doing Aarti for us. Om Shanti.
yeah, Dadi Janki had shared this story once that I think she was also there in that group. I'm not sure, but they were all very tired because they had to carry such heavy luggages. And then Baba was ready with warm water for them to clean their feet, to massage their feet. So that was Baba's love for mothers, no? Okay, let's remember Baba. Thank you, everyone. Just sit back in silence and see the tilak of your fortune sparkling on your forehead. At this time, I, the soul, I'm connected to one Baba. So breaking all the worldly connections and remaining connected with one Baba, the star of my fortune is sparkling brightly, and the tilak of victory is also guaranteed. So throughout the day, I maintain this awareness that I am a victorious jewel. I am Master Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So like my father, I reveal the truth. I reveal the real beauty of purity through my form, through my presence, through my actions to the world. I am Shiv Shakti. The child of Almighty Authority. So I have a right to all powers. So no weakness or fear can creep in. So maintain this elevated attitude and experience an orb of light around you constantly. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Shamila Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. And the intoxication of BMJ that Baba speaks about today, breaking, molding, and moving forward from there, joining it. Let's experience that for the day, and we shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Thank you, sister.